Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railway continues preparing to dismantle its North Sioux City rail bridge, which was heavily damaged by floodwaters in June. As we told you Monday, crews plan to conduct a controlled blast to demolish the span on the South Dakota side of the Big Sioux River on Friday, August 16th. A flyer from the construction company handling the demolition has told residents of North Sioux City and Sioux City's Riverside neighborhood the blast will happen around 7 a.m. on August 16th. BNSF now says a second controlled blast is scheduled for September 6th to take then the Iowa side of the rail bridge. But demolition won't happen until after a permit is secured from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. That permit is for work in the waterway and the impact to the permanent levee. The permit is expected, though, in the coming days. BNSF is now going door to door to notify residents and businesses within 1,000 feet of the bridge. That's the area inside that red circle. Residents of the so-called exclusion zone are asked to stay indoors between 6:30 a.m. and 7:30 a.m. that day. All roads in that zone will be closed at that time, and there will be checkpoints that will be manned to make sure that people stay out of that zone.